Hello everyone and welcome back to the Bodyhood Brawl League Season 3 and here for Qualifier League 3. We are here to watch Slaviour take on Aenur. We're watching this game from Slaviour's perspective, playing as the Sisters of Sigmar and Aenur playing as the Mercenaries. You can see the morale in the top left corner here, it's 80 to 73. And naturally Slaviour is the big favorite here, but Aenur is no slouch. He is the reigning champion right now, and he is expected to get to the upper division as well, just like Slaviour. But Slaviour has a really powerful warband at the moment. He has been lucky getting an extra PvE that's gonna help boost his combat power as well. And that's particularly true as we're gonna see the matriarch here coming into effect. She has the mastered Comet of Sigmar, gonna do a lot of damage on range. See that Slaviour has crushed their will. We don't really know what kind of objective Aenur has. They rushed into this game. We're arriving a little bit late, but thankfully nothing has really happened. We see it's Noble Quarter Map 3 and Rivals in the Ruins. Let's actually take a look at the scoreboard right now as they are moving along here. And you can see this is kind of a middle game here. The third and the fourth ranked player right now. 16 and 15 points, so they're both done pretty well with 2 wins and 1 losses each. And it's, of course, as we did say, they are both expected to go fourth here, and while Bubs is very close in points, he is probably going to fall behind a little bit, securing the path for the top 4 here to get to the upper division. Lots of Sisters of Sigmar's players, so I'm sure that they are getting a little bit tired of facing them. Gonna be interested to see what Aenur can do here. In this kind of deployment as we have it right now, it's not really to your advantage to pick up the idol. You can see that the idol is pretty far away, and also it's on a narrow path towards the idol. Like, you pretty much have to walk through here or through the buildings on the other side, and in each case you will get caught by the other warband. So leaving the idol is the sensible choice. It's not always the sensible choice. Sometimes it's good to take it with you and bury it somewhere or keep it safe. Because at these early games here, it's a lot of morale to lose. You can see that Slaviour has used for Sigmar to boost the movement of the matriarch. It's one of his favorite tactics. And looking up here, trying to see if he can see anything that he can throw that 30 range Comet of Sigmar on. At this early on in the game, it's 30 range is pretty huge. It's a lot more than what most of the ranged weapons can muster, especially if they are white. Remember, even a white bow here is 20 range, and a white longbow will be 25 range. Gonna pause the game, or jump ahead ever so slightly when it is Aenur's turn, and until we do see both of the players show up, so we don't waste too much time. Here for the second turn. One unit ahead of the curve here for Aenur before most of Slaviour's units get to move. You can see there's double units here on the 44 initiative. We do see a Warlock. A Warlock that seems to not really be level 1 just yet, just brought him in. And why shouldn't he? He is, both of the teams here are at Warband rank 2, which is what you get when you play the 3 PvEs and you manage to get the objective in each of the games. And then you have unlocked the second hero slot, which both of these 2 players have, and that also unlocks the second hero choice, being the Purifier for Slaviour's Warband here, Sisters of Sigmar, as well as the Warlock for Aenur's Mercenaries. It's really, yeah, he's picking up the Wordstone here to make sure that he gets +2 movement on this Sister, Repentance triggering. This can make the Sister surprisingly speedy, especially once you have the Sister Superior with you as well, which some of the Sister of Sigmar players here have omitted to take with them. We know at least 2 Sister of Sigmar players that have instead picked double Purifiers for their opener. And we're gonna see how that works out for them in the long run. Remember that you can't really fix any of the choices you make. You do in this tournament, the Bodyhood Brawl League Season 3, you do pick a warband, you pick your characters, and then you don't really deviate from that, since you need to get experience points on them. And so you cannot afford any reserves. Seems to be in an Overwatch or possibly an ambush, but it's most likely going to be an Overwatch. Many players like to start with the Warlocks as a ranged unit, since they're going to be ranged later on. And they're very powerful as a ranged character, and I think that they will more or less reach up to level 9-ish before the playoffs, unless you're a little bit lucky with the PvEs and the extra rewards, or really level them up, and could possibly get to level 10. And if they're only level 9, they will only have 8 red pills, and that is a little bit awkward for the Warlock, since they like to use Lightning, which costs 3 red pills. And 2 times 3, and then you have 2 red pills left over, and you need to find a use for them. Blinding Light is one source here, but you also have to remember the curse chance. But it is very, very possible to reach level 10 with the second hero, if you just focus a little bit on it. Need to get a lot of kills onto them. Might be a target here for the Matriarch, possibly. Gonna see if she can actually reach him or not. Here she comes. She has a lot of movement here with the movement 9. Yeah, she's probably going to be able to reach. This is the main tactic that Slaviour is using right now. Mastered Comet of Sigmar. Here we go. See what kind of damage we can do here. 11 magic resistance. That was a failure. She's gonna cast 3 of those. Yeah, the Sister of Sigmar can really boost up their movement. If there's one more landing here without anything happening, it's going to be a kill right from the start here for Slaviour. 36% chance. And it actually does land. It only gets Repent here. So Slaviour takes a 1-0 lead right now. Repent prevents spellcasting for 2 turns. It's going to be really good for Aenur. It's going to make him get some more confidence, and maybe it will trigger him to be a bit more aggressive. We're not really sure, but he should be able to see this on the minimap. He can just see exactly where the Matriarch went, and can see what any kind of penalties or buffs that she has available to him. And we do see a Last God Talent Warrior here for Aenur, probably being pretty powerful at this point. One thing that people often overlook with the Last God Talent is not just that they level up a bit faster, they level up as a henchman, so they require less XP to reach level 10. It's also that they do get more attribute points than even heroes or leaders do. So it's definitely a big boost there. Of course, you do lose the passive slot, and you do lose what ends up as being 6 skill points less in total. Even though mastering Last God Talent is only costing you 2 skill points, that's because it's already 2 skill points left as a lacking as a penalty from taking Last Got Talent. So you only end up with 6 skill points less than a normal hero, which will be 24 after Last Got Talent. Guts seems to be a pretty powerful character, 52 to 58. Probably two-handed. He is two-handed, you can see that from the tiring effect. And it's focused mostly on toughness here and a little bit on intelligence. We got a little bit of a glimpse that the intelligence score was only 6, meaning that he is not mastered Last Got Talent. But when he will be jumping up to 8 red pills straight away. There's been a lot of raving on about how powerful the Last Got Talents would be in the Bodyhood Brawl League. And they certainly will be. You just have to remember that they kind of become powerful for the earlier parts of the upper and lower division, but they do peter out after a while. They might be able to get to level 10, yes, and you will get a lesser henchman to replace them. However, it's all about getting to have as good of a warband as possible before the playoffs for all of these players. And for example, since the second hero here being the Warlock for Aenur, he's probably going to get to level 10 anyway, so he will be significantly weaker than the Last Got Talent warrior here, called Guts in Aenur's warband. But a few more games coming up ahead, like 9 or 10 PvPs from now, with as many PvEs, you might find the Warlock is the one bringing most power to the table here. Also has a comment of Sigma, but she's a little bit new. She's played 2 games and probably already picked up a skill here. Owing to her great wounds count. Toughness 6. Might be hardy. Remember, you do need toughness 6 to get hardy, and that gives you plus 20 wounds. I'm gonna trigger the ambush here and taking a lot of damage for it. That is unfortunate for Slaviour. He might be losing a hero here as well. It is certainly possible, giving it back almost as much as he got, but it's going to be that warrior's turn any second here. Worse here is that there is no reinforcement coming for the matriarch of Slaviour, and it could here be that Aenur could capitalize on this and just head up the stairs. Should probably do that. I don't know why he's stopping. Why is he not going up? Yeah, it would definitely be beneficial to him if he might not be able to have just the amount of movement that he needs to get up there. Yeah, he's trying to go back and forth, but it seems to be unable to get to where he wants to be. Aenur's taking a lot of time on him. It's been the case here for some of the earlier turns as well. I don't know why he's using up all of the 90 seconds here.
A new round has started.
It's going to be key here for Slaviour to try and move around this building as well, so they can get in more units into the fight. Conveniently located Whetstone Fragment. I'm going to help boost him up a little bit. This is a very good path in here. Can see if he can catch any unit here. And remember that he also has a great range that's going to be useful for charging, as we see. And what about Aenur's warrior here? Is what kind of... he's already in ambush, and he's going to get charged here without doing an attack back. Lots more units are coming in. Also 8 movement. Might see that warrior being overwhelmed. Connects one of the blows. It is indeed a good move. It's something that Aenur might have, or should at least have checked himself for a little bit, since Sisters of Sigmar's with a Sister Superior will have good movement, especially since they are focusing only on Sisters more or less. And with the Wordstones around here, should have expected it. It's a bit like playing versus the Skaven. You really don't benefit from going into ambushes unless you really want to deny some space, because you know that you are going to get charged and that ambush is going to get denied no matter what you do. I might even pile it onto this warrior here. He seems to be very alone, and he's a bit caught out here since there's no one who is inside the building that can come and help him out, like for instance the Last Got Talent warrior here. Taking even more damage. He doesn't seem to have a helmet. That might be a pendant instead, boosting his all alone chances. Pippin here is not yet level 3, which Slaviour units, almost all of them, the sisters here seems to be, giving Slaviour a decent mechanical advantage in this fight. It's going to be the biggest here in the early on. As you got an extra PvE, it's going to be really big. So that is 25% more XP at this point. Oh, we do instantly spot here a marksman coming in. Let's see what he can do. All of these targets should be pretty much full health. 3% chance of a critical hit. Let's see if he can manage to manage it. Would this mean that we might see another marksman coming in with exact same equipment, also at 44 initiative? Definitely possible. Luck is always on Aenur's sides. If this is the first time you're watching one of Aenur's matches, you will quickly find out that Aenur is one of the luckiest guys in the Mordheim circle right now. And he has been ever since he came into the community. I would rank him as the second most luckiest player alive. The only other Mordheim player that seems to have more luck available to him is Clyde. And when Clyde faced Aenur, naturally Clyde won out with a fair bit of luck there as well. Here we see Gaston. So it was indeed another marksman coming in. Was just not really here in the position where you wanted him to be. You can see that this is going to be an ambush if she doesn't walk right into it, but it could still... I mean, you can just walk into the character arrow, but the character arrow was a little bit awkward, and I think it would actually set off the ambush if she went out there. But where should she go? She's doing a hefty amount of damage, and this seems to be the only path down, except jumping out where the fight is happening, but that might be obstructed from jumping down. Trying and boosting up the movement here as well of Pauline Hiller. Got also plus 20% armor, that was really nice. Failing the alone check. That is going to be it for him. See what kind of damage he can do on the Purifier here. He needs to do and connect with that blow, and he does. Ina Shevchenko. Yeah, probably might not miss that single attack, but doesn't want to gamble it. You can see that she or he has 81% chance to hit normally. With the double maces right now, it's going to be plus 8% chance from that, so 89%. Oh, he needs to be careful. You might think that he could step in here, but I think it's going to trigger. Yeah, it's going to trigger. It usually triggers when it is like that. You can't really sneak around it, and the worst part is that if it's not going to trigger, it's going to cause a desync instead. This is very, very dangerous to keep doing the attacks here on the Last God Talent War, because you see that his turn is coming up. And the Matriarch here might be finished. Switching to a Sigmarite Warhammer. It's gonna be +5 initiative. Sigmarite Warhammer is 0, but the Sigmarite Great Hammer that she was wielding is -5, I believe, in initiative. Yeah, it did not quite work out. So let's see here what happens with the Matriarch. And we do see another kill here. So it's Aenur equalizing the score right now. And that is a big blow to Slaviour, because that's one of the main backbones of his warband going down. Of course, the Last God Talent Warrior here is pretty hurt. And if he could go down, that would be a big blow to Aenur as well. But right now, Aenur definitely has a lead here. He has lost a level 0 Warlock, and in return he has killed the level 4 Matriarch. That does quite a bit. Probably wants to try and stay out of line of sight if possible. Maybe he... But it is a little bit cornered. Where would he want to go? There's no fight here that he can easily reinforce. It's all blocked off. He's a little bit hemmed in here and trapped in this building.
A new round has started.
You see it when Anna Hutzol went down, it's -20 morale. That means that she was indeed level 4. But we knew that from the Master Last God Talent. Another hero about to go down here for Slaviour. Gonna leave Slaviour with the only powerhouse left to him is going to be the Sister Superior here, the first hero. The most leveled one. Needs to try and catch up with some of these marksmen. Can't allow them to continue doing damage even if they haven't done too much. It will start to add up after a while. Really important to finish off this warrior so that he has units that are free to do their thing. Took a long while on him, but he's decided to do a charge, and it does land, doing a bit of damage here on another one of the henchmen of Slaviour. Same one that he shot at, trying to focus a little bit on the damage. You can see there's a difference in levels here. Aenur might just be a little bit short of getting level 3 for many of his characters, meaning another red pill, meaning that he could do one-handed and shield and do 2 attacks, and Slaviour could do that as well, but he has opted for a 2-handed attack right now, and then he seems to be switching, so he gets 2 attacks in the next round. And also speeding up. Remember that having an empty hand also gives +10 initiative, and the mace there is +5 as well. It's going to be +10 in total, since the Great Flail is +5. So boosting his initiative up by +10 permanently. Aenur's Warman is a little bit disjointed here. It's they are a bit all over the place, aren't they? They seem to have moved too close to this building without the rest of the team there to reinforce. Or it might be a bit deliberate. He wanted the Warlock, he wanted the archers to hang back a little bit, so that they are not that easily reachable and too tempted to go after. He just needs them to do the damage from afar and not be able to get caught. Let's see if this is a superior here can provide some fire support. Could go out and boost them with 4 Sigmar here to make sure that they can actually catch up and get one of these marksmen that are pestering them with shots, or are about to pester them with shots. This might be a better choice though. Finishing another henchman here of Aenur. It's looking very green for Aenur right now. He's gonna see if he can actually turn this around come his turn. Remember that there is a hero of Slaviour that is pretty hurt right now, and that could definitely be worth trying to get. Also see a flea being used right now, doing a little bit of damage on this is a superior. Here we go. Here is the captain. It's going to be another powerhouse for Aenur. Needs to get him in. Remember, he has full health right now. He can do a lot of damage if he wants to. Comes in with a great sword. I think that's a blue great sword that Aenur has been talking about. Very good early on this level, since it provides a lot of critical hit chance, and most of the time a lot of your opponent's units do not have great critical hit resistance. Some of them do focus on toughness, but almost none of them do buy into getting a resilient. Might be an undead player that gets body reconstruction, since it's so much cheaper. Yeah, the question now is, do you want to go into the captain here? He still has an attack left and almost 200 wounds. Also wants to go up the stairs and try and finish off the last Got Talent warrior. These are the 2 last things that Aenur has right now that's going to be able to mount a comeback. Look at this, you know, it's only just a few lucky rolls here that could change the game, and if there's someone who has lucky rolls, it is Aenur, so we might see what's going to happen. See, there we go. comeback might be started right here. I see it's not that much morale that needs to be lost for either side. It's almost like it's one kill here. Definitely is one more death for Aenur going to cause a route test, but for Slaviour, depending on the level of the unit that's killed, it could be just one unit, could even be that he needs to have 2 units go out before he takes a route test. Misses an aim. And that was pretty much it. It's going to be the last turn of the last Got Talent Warrior, probably, since he doesn't have too many wounds left remaining and will have at least some units come in and try and finish him off. Has switched to an axe and shield right now instead of the halberd. Or the great axe, I think he had. Yeah, I think he had a great axe. Close fought game so far. And he needs to keep all of his units alive. I think that this unit is the most acceptable one. Definitely. Switches to the great axe again.
A new round has started.
I wouldn't say GG just yet here, but I mean, remember that the captain here of Aenur is still alive, and he might have a decent leadership that could maybe see him through a route test. And Slaviour's matriarch is gone, so he's not having the same luxury with his units. Like if he, it's going to be the sister superior here, or indeed the Sigma Purifier, but probably the sister superior. That's because she is less injured as well, and she starts with leadership 7. And if Slaviour has boosted a little bit of the leadership there, it's going to be, if it's just 7, that's only 28% chance. It's, remember, it's leadership times 4. Could be disengaging here just to block the path, or indeed block that unit who is by the door here. Making sure that she's tied up so she cannot go after the last Got Talent Warrior. Only one attack. Could see that Guts here lives for another round to be able to finish off this this sister. A noble sacrifice by the marksman. Lands that blow. And that is going to be a round test for Aenur. Let's see if this game is over. Captain is coming up, very fitting. It's going to be very interesting to see if Aenur can make that, and if he does, he needs to get a big kill here to secure a round test for himself in finishing Slaviour off. But most of the time people do fail these route tests, so might not put too much hope in it. We're going to see what kind of leadership he has as well on this captain. He should start with, I think, 8 leadership. I might have boosted him a little bit more than that. Putting himself in a situation that's going to cause No, it's not gonna cost no alone shock. But he does succeed at the route test, didn't I say that? Aenur is the luckiest player alive. Oh my god, 40%, that's so nice. Indeed, this could actually turn everything around here. Let's see if he can cause a route test on Slaviour. See what he does here with the Greatsword. The Greatsword captain. 57, he just needs one more hit right now on Amina Tyler. And manages to miss that. Oh my god, 89% chance and misses it. Just barely. Gonna do a switcheroo here, it's gonna be good for the parry. Oh, he even has Web of Steel. That's very powerful. It's really annoying to attack a parry captain here, full health, that manages to have Web of Steel on. Could face potentially 2 counterattacks, but still not done for here. Let's see if Slaviour is going to take a route test after the Lads Got Talent Warrior's turn is up. Uses Flee. Doesn't do too much damage with that sword. Oh, this is going to be a really sneaky move. Wow, I really like that move. That was a very good move by Slaviour. That is a champion winning move. Disengaging and going all the way around just to make sure that the Lads Got Talent War did not get their chance. Oh, that was a splendid move, and that's why we love watching Slaviour's play here. That is why he is the world champion. And congratulations to Slaviour winning this 5-2. Too bad for Aenur. I think you will be enjoying this game, and thank you for watching.